Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your January 2023 tarot card and astrology readings. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for joining with me on this wonderful new journey this year. So as always, these monthly readings are separated into two segments. So the first segment is the tarot card reading, which is much more intuitive. And the second portion is the astrology section. Now, please feel free to watch these for your sun, moon, or rising sign. However, I do recommend your rising sign for the astrology portion, just so you can get a more accurate viewpoint on what your transits are actually going to be. And don't forget that if you are a member on my website, janeinternational.com, that you'll be able to log on and access the comprehensive readings as always. And if you're not a member and would like to join, you are more than welcome to do that as well. Or you're also free to just do a one-time single purchase of the comprehensive reading, just like we've always done. So let's go ahead and get into these readings for the month. Thank you again. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in just a sec. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your January 2023 tarot card and astrology reading. So happy birthday, all you January Capricorns out there. Also, happy New Year. So let's take a look and see what comes through for you for the intuitive deck here, just to open up the channel. Coming through for Capricorn here. Okay, I can't help but see a star and a constellation here, all right? To me, it really speaks to having a big vision, like a North Star, right? Having that place that you want to go to. There could be a lot of chaos that you're really dealing with this month. We have Mars going direct, we've got Mercury going direct, we've got Uranus going direct. So, I mean, moving into February, okay, as we approach Aquarius season, you know, all the planets are going to be moving forward, and that will be great. But it may be a little bit weird getting to that place as these planets change direction. And so there could be a lot of unknown circumstances that reveal themselves. Okay, there could be weird people or strange opportunities that come up. I think what I'm hearing here too also is that all roads lead to Rome. So you don't need to be so caught up in like what's the right thing, because if you have a grand vision for yourself, if you have a North Star, they'll all get you there. Okay, you don't want to put so much pressure on yourself in terms of which path to take that you end up not taking any path. At least do something. You can always change later if it doesn't work, or you can, adapt, whatever the case may be. But I do think January is asking, Capricorn season in general is really asking us to put our best foot forward with a lot of faith and a lot of trust, not only in the universe and spirit, but also in ourselves as well. If we can have faith and trust in ourselves, chances are nothing bad is really going to happen. Okay, actually, probably some really good stuff can happen. Some really great stuff. We can start to align with new kinds of people. We can start to bring in new things, new income, new opportunities. We can find greater levels and greater degrees of happiness and fulfillment as well. So this first card represents what the universe needs from you. So we have the World card. The universe really needs you to let things die off, okay? The World is the very last major arcana card. It does signify a really big ending. It's even more of a death card than the actual death card in the tarot deck, okay? This is a point of finality here. And you have to draw a line. You have to draw a line in the sand and say, this is acceptable to me. This is not acceptable to me. I will allow this. I will not allow that. And that mostly goes for you personally. What are you going to allow for yourself? You know, being in, not just the fact that you're a Capricorn, okay? But being in Capricorn season in general, the archetype of Capricorn, which is a more pure kind of lens, right? Human beings are more like fragments of these archetypes, okay? So I'm not necessarily talking to you as a Capricorn, but rather the zodiacal lens here. Being ruled by Saturn, there is an element of temperance and discipline that comes through during this time. It's cardinal season. It's the dead of winter up here in the north hemisphere. And yet there are so many new things being birthed during this time. It's kind of like, when you plant your bulbs during the first frost, so that the freezing temperature can actually make those flowers grow in the summer. So something magical is happening for you so long as you want it. Wanting it is really important. And really turning away from the things that you no longer want and having the courage to do that. The world is a highly courageous sign as well. We have to have courage to walk through that portal and to make that transition in our lives. Like, if you are wanting to quit your job and go start a business, you have to have courage to do that. You have to end your job and start your new business. If you want to go fall in love with someone, you have to, kind of release the baggage of past traumatic relationships, and you have to move forward into a healthy one. There's a lot of choices in front of you, but I think you're ready. I think Capricorn feels really, really freaking ready. And in the environment, we have a Queen of Cups. So some of you may be dealing with a Cancer or a Scorpio or a Pisces, although that does not necessarily have to be the case. The Queen of Cups is a really loving and gentle energy, but I do see, as I'm going to be laying the cards here, I do see she's looking in the opposite direction. There is kind of a there but not there energy. And that may be a good thing for some of you, and for others, that may be kind of annoying. If this is a significant other, it's like this person is in your life and you see them every day and you talk to them every day, but what role are they really playing? Now, do they love you? Yes, absolutely. Do you love them? Also, yes. But there doesn't seem to be a lot of involvement. Now, there may be a lot of reasons for that. One, maybe what you're doing here really is just for you. Maybe it's not necessarily for you and your partner or you and your family. Maybe it really is like a personal experience here. Maybe they don't know how to be a part of it and you haven't necessarily let them in on how to be a part of it. And so maybe communication might be really, really important for you. And as we have Mercury going direct on January 18th, I know as we enter into January, we're dead in the middle of a Mercury retrograde in your sign. But Mercury retrogrades, while they can bring about misunderstandings, there can also be a lot of resolution that occurs too. So as you are, kind of navigating these dynamics with this particular person, please do not underestimate the power of communication, okay? And please do not expect them. Because I think one thing too is they are not the most communicative, and they may need you to open the door for communication. They need you to let them know that they are safe emotionally to express how they really feel about what's going on. For some reason, I am getting kind of a lonely feeling from them, like they're feeling left out of what you have going on, okay? So let's see what comes through for you with the regular 9-card block. We start with the Judgment card. Wow, Judgment and the World. Knight of Coins reversed. And 7 of Cups. Okay. One of the big themes that came out in the December readings, I know these are January, but in the December 2022 readings, one of the biggest themes was retraining our brain. And I think Mercury retrograde in Capricorn had a lot to do with that. And that theme seems to be carrying over. One of the reasons why this transition is happening for you right now is because you are thinking about the world differently. You are thinking about yourself differently. You're thinking about what you want and where you want to go and what is this all for differently. Values are changing. The things that were once important to you maybe no longer are, and you're starting to shift focus and you're starting to look for new avenues and new pathways. Sagittarius season, the one right before you, December, is a time of expansion. And a lot of desires come out during that time. So With the Judgment card, there is this element of like coming out of the darkness. There's a quality of having an epiphany, seeing something clearly, coming out of the haze, coming out of the funk, whatever it is, and finally feeling like things might be on track. But I look at these two cards, and Capricorn, yes, the readiness is 100% there, but then there's like, well, how do I do it? Now, this card, I do see confusion, but in the best possible way, right? There's two kinds of spectrums, two types of things with the spectrum of confusion. There's confusion, like you don't know what the heck is going on. You don't know what to do. You're feeling a lot of resistance and hesitation, a lot of fear. On the other side, there's a lot of confusion when you feel like when you're learning something for the first time, or you're going into a new space for the very first time, and you're starting to like piece all the puzzle pieces together. Like, let me just use like a little personal example. Like when I learn something new, I just freaking dive into it. Like if I'm learning a new software, I'll just freaking go in there and play with it and have no idea what I'm doing. I'll Google the crap out of it and just like learn, like just go in and just rip everything apart so that I can figure out how to put it back together again. All right. And that's kind of the confusion that I'm seeing. It's like, I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. I have no idea how to piece these puzzle pieces together, but I know that if I keep going, I will. I will know what I'm doing. I will know how to put this puzzle together. I will understand how all of this works. So this kind of has a more inquisitive quality to it with that Knight of Cups, which is Knight of Coins, which is a mercurial sign. This is a Virgo card right in the middle here, okay? That Knight of Coins is feeling like, I don't know why I'm getting annoyed with that card. Like he's really bugging me, okay? This is a card that I think is either you or another person, but it's that annoyance of being stuck. It's that annoyance of not moving, like you're on a freaking horse, right? So Capricorn, you have all the knowledge, you have all the tools at your disposal. Why aren't you running? Now, it could be someone else as well, but if it is someone else, chances are they are mirroring something back to you. You have everything you need. Why aren't you running? Why aren't you going for it with the World card here? Literally everything you need, you have. Some people don't believe that though. Some people think, oh, well, I have to have all the money first. Oh, I have to have all the people first. I have to get all the marketing stuff first. I have to get all this put together first. I have to have the house first. This is not how this is going to go this month. This is not about having everything first. This is about having enough for the next step and having faith that it's going to fill in. And maybe that's why the Queen of Cups is kind of like has her back turned to the cards, because she's like, this doesn't make me feel safe. Capricorn is one of those signs, like, you don't get enough credit for being able to push past the limits, right? To like really walk that line. I think Capricorn and Scorpio are really similar in that way, where you can just you can walk on these extreme edges of stuff, a place that normally would make someone nauseous, right? Like walking on the edge of a cliff. Most people would freak out, but Capricorn can walk on the edge of that cliff and feel okay. Queen of Cups, not so much. Not really. Queen of Cups, she freaking doesn't get it. She's not there with you, okay? She's not on the same page. And that can be really hard in a relationship. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, mind you. Could be a business partner. It could be a lot of things. Knight of Swords with the Emperor. That Knight of Swords running away from the Emperor. I'm trying to think, is it Is it an aspect of you? I think it is. I think the Knight of Swords is actually, like, here's the one giving orders, the very centered, in the very center of the reading here, the centered, intelligent, seasoned warrior here, giving orders down the line to the front line warriors. This Knight of Swords is on the front line. Now, again, it could be an aspect of yourself, or it could be you delegating to other people. Delegation was a theme that came out last month as well. Perhaps that is something that is transferring over into January. But Knight of Swords is incredibly, like, this is the run. This is the run right here that we wanted to see with that Knight of Coins. Why aren't you running? And maybe that's what the judgment is like, why aren't I running? Why aren't I making something happen? Now, you guys know that I tend to be, a spiritual person myself, and I love doing things like meditation and whatnot. And there are moments where the surrender and the relaxation and the flow and just connecting with the present moment, all those things are beautiful. And I'm not saying that you have to completely, be super greedy here and go run after all your worldly goals. I just think you're going to want to. I think that this is the flow. That being in flow means you have this desire rising up in your heart to go and create more and to be more and to make more. And, you have these desires and you're like, that's what I want to do in this world right now. Maybe this person just really, I don't know what's going on. Like, not a bad person. I love the Queen of Cups. She's beautiful. It's just completely a different vibe. If you are not vibing with somebody right now, okay, if things are tough, you relating with another person, again, communication is going to be so, so, so important. But I also, regardless of what happens in a conversation with this person, I don't see you giving up on your North Star. Just simply don't. Your North Star, by the way, for those of you who don't know, it's like your big long-term vision, your big focus, like your life purpose type of thing, okay? Not everyone knows what their life purpose is. Not everyone always feels comfortable with that terminology, and that's fine. It could just be something that you feel determined to experience in this lifetime. And so you're like, all right, I'm going to make it happen for myself. I'm going to get myself there financially. I'm going to have the freedom. I'm going to be able to travel, and I want to fly private. Okay, fine, whatever the case is. That Emperor is relentless. He's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to make his own wishes come true. I don't know that this is a story of like sitting around and waiting for the universe to do the work for you. That's probably going to come in Aquarius and Pisces seasons. All right. There's always that moment of surrender. There's that breath, that moment where all this just goes away and falls apart. Okay. But for now, this is what is building the momentum for Aries season of next year. To go out, make the wishes come true yourself. You go take it, But it's like, I don't know. I feel like Capricorn really wants to do it like for fun. Like, it's fun to go build stuff. It's fun to challenge yourself. It's fun to go into a new project and rip it apart and put it all back together again. It's stimulating. It's interesting. It makes this human experience exhilarating to a degree. You challenge yourself, you push yourself, you see what you're capable of, you reach new levels of self-discipline, and with self-discipline comes so much freedom. And you start seeing more and more and more and more of who you truly are. Six of Wands reversed. I honestly don't even know if this is about the win for Capricorn. I don't know. Six of Wands reversed. This isn't about the win. It's not necessarily about going out and being victorious. This is about just doing it for yourself. Honestly, I don't think Capricorn really cares what people think about them right now. The sun is in your sign. Pluto is in your sign. Venus is in your sign. Well, she's going to move out on January 2nd. But starting January, you got a lot of stuff you got to do for yourself. First house activation and second house activation. Actually, your entire lower hemisphere on your chart, Capricorn through Gemini, houses 1 through 6, that's where all the planets are right now. Okay? With the exception that we're going to have the full moon in Cancer at 16 degrees of Cancer on January 6th. But other than that, all the planets are in houses 1 through 6. So this really is about you. Okay? It's about self-development. It's about understanding who you are. It's not about the victory right now. It's not even really about the destination at all. The North Star is important because at least it gives you some semblance of like, okay, I can get up and I can do this thing today. But even then, you know in your heart of hearts that it's not really about that North Star. It's about that North Star, I guess, within yourself. You seeing and understanding and tapping into your fullest and grandest potential, seeing who and what you are capable of becoming. That's what it is. You only want this thing because you are meant to become the person that you are becoming. And that's something that I don't know that the Queen of Cups fully understands. I mean, she may understand it emotionally and intellectually. She's just not on that track with you at all. And I love the learning component. A lot of learning energy coming through here for Capricorn with that Page of Swords. There's a lot of freedom here with the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, a lot of running free and really just like, breaking those chains. I'm thinking of that Devil card. We didn't get the Devil, but if you were to break those chains, the Devil has you tethered, and then you just run. You go. And it's a beautiful sight to see when a Capricorn does this because it's like almost impossible to really compete with them. This is like Capricorn can rule the world here. Okay. So let's go ahead and delve into the clarifiers. I think this is going to be a really beautiful comprehensive. So for those of you who are new here, the cards I'm about to pull out are going to be the cards we will cover in my comprehensive readings. All the information will be found in the description box and the comment thread down below. And if you just read everything and make sure you select the right option for you. Okay? So let's go ahead and, take a look here with this World card. What else does Capricorn need to know regarding what the universe needs from them? Three of Swords. Three of Swords can be one of our greatest motivators. It's like the place we want to get away from. And the Four of Cups. Okay. Now for the environment, what else does Capricorn need to know for the environment? We have King of Cups, the Sun, and we have Ace of Cups. Beautiful. So let's take a look at the Judgment card. What else does Capricorn need to know about the Judgment card? King of Swords reversed, Nine of Swords reversed, ooh, another King of Cups. All right, Knight of Coins reversed. We have another Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Knight of Wands reversed. Where's that running energy in that top row? Maybe the first couple weeks of Capricorn season, it's a little bit, probably is until when Mars goes direct on the 12th, that's probably when you're going to feel the Knight of Swords, like boom, all of a sudden. Mars is a really important planet for Capricorn. There's a Queen of Cups there. Mars is a really important planet for Capricorn because it's your exalted planet, okay? So you, like Aries and Scorpio, are going to be the most highly affected by Mars going direct. Six of Coins, Four of Cups, another Four of Cups. and the Hanged Man. We have the Knight of Swords, love that work. Ace of Coins. There's the Devil. Why did I get Devil vibes? Not surprised I pulled it out. We got the Eight of Wands. Ooh, beautiful. The Sun, loving that. We have the Three of Coins. Four of Coins. Ten of Cups reversed. Page of Coins. Now for that Six of Wands reversed. Two of Swords. 10 of Coins. 10 of Wands. Oh, Wheel of Fortune reversed. 9 of Coins reversed. We have the Three of Cups reversed, Three of Swords, and Ace of Swords reversed. And a Two of Wands. All right, so this is where we're going to pick up. So again, if you want to join me for the comprehensive, please be sure to read all the information down in the description box down below. And I'll see you there. And if not, then I hope you have an amazing January. You know I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your January 2023 astrology reading. Now, we are going to take a look at the major transits that you will be experiencing throughout the course of January. Now, to begin the month, one of the best things I think that's going to be happening for you is the fact that Venus is going to be moving into the second house. Now, Capricorn kind of has this, I don't know how warranted this stereotype is. Some Capricorns I know are very success and money driven. Other people of Capricorn that I know, they're not so much, okay? It really depends on you're a human being, right? So it just depends on where you are on the spectrum. But if you are someone who is a little bit more money focused, this actually is a really beautiful transit for you, because it's kind of where your sense of self-worth and your sense of self-esteem kind of aligns with your relationship with the material world. And even if you struggle in that area, like a sense of self-worth, if you struggle with that, or if you struggle with finances, probably Venus coming in through the second house is going to offer some new insight for you to help you get through or to get over whatever it is that you're really dealing with, whatever the hangups are, whatever the resistance is. All right, Venus doesn't like resistance. That's not Venus's vibe. She likes to really just flow and to let things be. And she likes stability and balance in her life. And so if you are experiencing struggle in the financial world, this is a time for you to really work through that and say, okay, this is too much. Like, I'm pumping on the brakes maybe a little too much with something. And it's time for me to take my foot off the brake and maybe pump the gas with something a little bit, even if I'm a little unsure. I feel like Venus coming through Aquarius does have a little twinge of risk-taking there, where she wants to go beyond her comfort zone just a little bit, just to see what she's capable of doing. And this could be you simply asking for a little bit more money for something that you're already doing. It could be, adding a new skill so that you can get paid more, or whatever the case is. So this could be really fantastic for your overall growth for the year of 2023. We also have Mercury. Mercury and Mars are both going to be, Mercury, Mars, and Uranus, actually, all three of these planets will be moving direct by the end of January. Mars goes direct on the 12th of January. Mercury goes direct on the 18th. Now, what's kind of interesting about both of these particular planets is the fact that this has a lot to do, actually, before I even get to that, let's just take a look at how all these planets are in this southern hemisphere here, right? Houses 1 through 6. You don't have any planets up here. You got the South Node. I'm not pulling asteroids or anything, okay? So this is just the main planets plus Chiron. And so you're all like houses 1 through 6, 100%. Houses 1 through 6, there's a lot of personal development that happens there. like really a lot, okay? And with the 6th house, Mars, any of you who have had health challenges, I think Mercury retrograde in the 1st house, which is the house of the physical body and the sense of self and the identity and all of that, this is a time for you to learn more about yourself, for the sake of good health in a physical way, and also in a more personal development way, to learn a lot about yourself so that you can improve your daily habits, Mars in the 6th. And I think Capricorn has had on its mind a lot of like, what can I do? What changes can I make to my everyday life in order to build this new life that I'm wanting for this new year? What can I do? What can I change? What can evolve? What needs to be revised? You know, Mars is a very active planet, as so is Gemini. Gemini is a very active sign. And it doesn't want to just sit still and let things just be. It actually really wants to shake things up, and it really wants the changes to take place because it knows if those changes are made, success is more plausible. Okay? So whether it's physical health or personal development, it doesn't really matter. I think it may be both even for some of you. But this is a time when Capricorn really looks at themselves, right? Mercury goes inside and it really asks itself, like, who do I really want to be? You know, for those who have businesses, or if you're your own personal brand, if you're an entrepreneur or something like that, this is a fantastic time to really think about your identity or your branding, whether it's of your own company or whether it's of yourself. To think about your branding and think about what you represent, to think about what your values are, what is your mission statement, what is your position, what is your vision or your mission and all of that, and kind of get that clarity going. If you're not clear, 2023 is going to be a bit bumpy. You got to have clarity. You have to have like a port in the storm somewhere. You have to have some kind of a place to set your compass to so that you know where you're going. All right. But that's great when they start going direct. All 3 of these planets, Mercury, Uranus, and Mars. So by the time the sun eventually moves into Aquarius, all the planets are going direct. And by the end of January, everything is just going to be pumping forward. And I think Capricorn as a cardinal earth sign is going to really appreciate that. I don't think Capricorns, specifically Capricorn, but everybody to some degree, cardinals especially. But Capricorns don't really appreciate when things kind of go askew. You know, like, yes, you can handle the chaos, no problem, it's fine, but you would really prefer not to, right? You don't thrive in that kind of an environment. Cardinal signs, cardinal earth, likes things to be really solid, right? It likes the direction to be very clear. And so this is a time when you can, well, like I have no reason to believe that it won't be that way. Okay, it's just going to be very clear, very direct. And if you're in a place now where you're like, what do I want? And you haven't truly defined it, chances are over the next couple of months, something is going to come to you and you'll be like, okay, I at least have my next step. Maybe I don't have my full vision fully formulated yet, but at least I have a general idea of where I want to go. At least I know I want to go north instead of east. You know what I mean? So that's going to be important. And if you're really floundering and you're really confused about stuff, this is a great time to just be with yourself. All right, to use this 1st house energy, this 2nd house energy to just kind of block everybody off, to be alone with your own thoughts, to be alone with your own state of mind and your own beingness, and just let things process as they need to process. Okay, with Mars in the 6th, there's a high analytical component, right? The motto of the 6th house is I analyze. Well, actually, really, it's a Virgo. But Mercury is very thinking. So with Gemini here, okay, analyze, thinking, collecting information, all that kind of stuff. If you're kind of in that gathering period, chances are something is really going to start standing out for you, and that's going to be great. We do have Jupiter here officially now in Aries, which is also very exciting. I think for you, this is going to be beneficial because whenever we have a positive transit like this going on in the fourth house, it impacts our whole life, right? Because the fourth house is like our stabilizing house. It's here at the bottom. It has kind of an anchoring quality. It's our home, it's our family, it's our emotional security that we have. And if that's going well, it's really common for everything else to go well too. Okay? Our careers can really take off when we feel secure at home. Our sense of self can be more clearly defined when we feel secure at home. Our relationships can also thrive when we feel secure at home. If this area of your life, your home and family. Now, when I say family, it could be your own family, like with your own partner and your own children, or it could also mean your private life. So I know not everyone, like if you're single and you're an adult, you're probably not still living with your parents. You know, if you're like 45 years old, single, no kids, probably not living with your parents, more than likely. So this is just the stability of your private world. So your finances are kind of included with that since Jupiter is a very abundant planet. So if you are having financial instability, chances are there's a little bit of rockiness going on in this private world that people are not necessarily privy to, okay? But if you're struggling in that area, now would be a really advantageous time to focus on this. And with Venus coming into the second house and later on in the month on the 20th, the sun comes into Aquarius, you are going to have a lot of second house energy. Second house and fourth house, there is a lot of domestic stuff going on in each of these houses. The financial component really coming through with the second house, and that can add and be quite beneficial for everything that's going on in the fourth house. So these two houses connecting very well, and also connecting well with Mars in the sixth house in terms of what do I need to do in order to make this better? How can I improve this situation? How can I improve my own habits? How can I become what I need to become in order to do what I feel I need to do? Okay? So I think generally speaking, January has a lot of markers for a lot of positivity, and the things that we have been thinking about for a really long time are now starting to take shape, to take form. They're starting to roll out, and over the next couple of months between now and March, you'll be very well supported for the continued rollout of all of your ideas. So there's no real pressure right now, and I think that more relaxed entry into 2023 is going to be really positive for all of us as well. We're just kind of coming in like with a pretty, okay idea of what we need to do. And again, it may not be a full grand vision, but at least the next step. At least we have some semblance of a concept of what the next thing is for us. And we can kind of roll in, do what we need to do, not feel the pressure, and just kind of take a big breath and just go forward. All right. I think Mars in Gemini, as he starts moving direct, there is a more soldier-esque quality coming through. With the full moon in Cancer, which is happening on January 6th, this is an important moon for you. Obviously, it's opposite from you. And that full moon in Cancer can be really beautiful for relationships if there's anything that needs to be worked on or healed or released, or, it can really open up conversation. It can open up an emotional safe space for everyone to express themselves without the fear of judgment or the fear of being ridiculed or the fear of being rejected. I think the Cancerian energy certainly creates that, kind of compassionate environment. If there are things that you and your partner, if you have one, need to discuss or need to work through, I actually think that full moon in Cancer is going to be really beautiful. Okay, because moon, ruler of Cancer, it's a beautiful time. And I think there's a softness that comes with that moon as well. She's finally not aspecting anything. You know, the past moons ever since July have been up against these massive hard-hitting planets. We had Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, Uranus with the eclipse, and then Mars. And it was just like, ugh, that moon just got beaten, you know? So now here she is in her sign of rulership, and she is free as a bird. And I think the freedom component is really important here, especially within established relationships, to have freedom to express, freedom to feel, and freedom to be safe with whatever it is you're thinking and feeling. Okay? All right, you guys. I love you. I hope you have an amazing January, and I hope you are enjoying your season very much. And with that, I'll leave you there. All right. Talk to you soon. Take care.